Hari Om. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरवे नमः। गुरवे नमः। हरि ओम. I want to welcome all of you for this Patanjali Yoga Sutras lecture. First, we remember him with his prayer. Patanjali, who was he? He was expert in yoga science, he was expert in psychology, he was expert in Ayurveda science, and he was expert in Sanskrit language. So, with pranam or namaste to him, I am starting my this explanation related to Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So we will now discuss 12 sutras from first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Darshan. That is the big book written by Patanjali. So first sutra. Sutra means the explanation in short, minimum words and minimum the subject or the total explanation of one point is in minimum words, that is sutra. So basically all these sutras in Sanskrit language. So all the slides which I am presenting here, they are basically written in Sanskrit language, then the English version, and then the word to word meaning and the total meaning of that particular sutra. So I am explaining you now the first sutra from Patanjali's Yoga Darshan Grantha or book. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. You must pronounce all these sutras. You must know how to chant it, how to pronounce it. That's why I will chant every sutra first and then I will explain you what is there. So in this sutra there are 3 words only. Atha means now. Yoga is science of yoga. Anushasanam, discipline or set of instructions. So what is yoga science? Now I am going to explain you this science. Now I am going to explain you science of yoga. What is this science? So the total meaning of this sutra is, now I am explaining the discipline or set of instructions of the science of yoga. So some order is there, some discipline is there, this yoga grantha is nicely arranged. This book, according to Patanjali, he is explaining us every step of yoga science, how to practice it, every step of this or every philosophy related to yoga with in this book step by step. Now we will proceed to the next. योगश्चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः Yoga means union, that is to join. Chitta is mind. Vritti is modifications. And Nirodha is block the efforts or restraint to control, inhibition, suppression, stoppage, restraint. So the meaning is yoga is to block the modifications of the mind. Several thoughts are occurring in our mind for every moment. Though you listen my lecture, I may think that you are listening this lecture very carefully with full concentration. That never happened. Because our mind is always dancing. So many things they are coming in our mind at one time. One time you can't imagine how many thoughts are occurring at one time in your mind. So vritti, that is modifications of mind, it always going on in our mind. What is yoga science? The goal of yoga is explained in this sutra. What is yoga? You may think yoga is merely practicing asanas and something holding, blocking your nose or closing your nose, one nostril, another nostril, that is pranayam, you may say. So asana and pranayam, that's all. That is the yoga. No, Patanjali is explaining us what is yoga, the real meaning of yoga he has given in this second sutra. That is the starting of this yoga book writing. In the very starting, he explained what is yoga in only 4 words. Yoga means controlling of the mind. How to control it? How to stop your dancing thoughts? How to stop it? That is the yoga. Yoga science is teaching us how to control your mind and how to make your mind calm down, cool down, and steady and comfortable mind. A steady mind is required for every purpose, for every work. We need calm down mind state. So control your body, control your mind, control your intelligence, and with the help of controlling all these 3 things, you can make a progress with your soul. You can take your soul to the more advanced practice of anything or which you are going to learn, that is needed. So Nirodha means block with efforts, restrain, to control, inhibition, suppression, stoppage, restraint. All these words are very important. And main thing in our as a human being, how we are working with our mind. Body, mind, intelligence, and soul. These are the 4 parts of any human being. So, which is very difficult. Controlling of the mind is the difficult job, most difficult job in our life, or very difficult thing to control the mind. You have to learn that technique, and yoga is teaching us that technique only. So yoga is related to mind. Very important sutra is this. You always remember this sutra, Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Yoga means block the modifications of the mind. How That is the yoga science. We have to learn it, and we are going to learn that point only. Now I will explain you the third sutra from this Patanjali Yoga Darshan or Patanjali Yoga book. In this Patanjali Yoga book, there are 4 chapters. I have started with chapter number 1. The name of this first chapter is Samadhi Pada. Pada means chapter. So, Samadhi Pada is the name of this particular part of this book. Patanjali, he explained us what is your controlling of the mind. That's all. Now, immediately he is explaining us after if you control your mind totally, then what will happen to you? He is explaining this in this third sutra again in four words only. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Only 4 words. In second sutra, there were only 4 words. In first sutra, 3 words. So, what is this third sutra? If you control your mind, explained in second sutra, if you control it, then what will happen to you? Then you will established in your true state. The meaning is written in this slide, the downside. Then the seer is established in his true state. What is true state? I will explain it later. Let us discuss some these meaning of these 4 words. Tada means then. When you control your mind, then. That drashtu means seer. Swarupe, true state of the self or real nature of the soul. Then you will steadily achieve this soul state. Or what is soul? You will come to know the real existence of inside energy. Universal energy is hidden in every existing thing on this earth. Universal basic energy. What is our soul? Soul is universal basic energy. We are alive because of this universal basic energy. And if this energy goes out, basic energy goes out, the body is dead. Body can't do anything. So Swarupa, true state of self or real nature of the soul. You will come to know who you are. Don't relate this knowledge of this universal energy, don't relate it to your body or mind. You have to relate it to your basic energy. And if you make your mind calm down, cool down, there are so many words given there. What is Nirodha? Controlling of the mind. If you achieve that last state of controlling, then you will come to know who you are. Who am I? You will come to know. What is our real state? What is our real nature? And what is our real existence? If you calm down, cool down, the limits of this calming down, that is explained in third chapter or the third part of this Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that book. Third chapter, it is established what is the limit of calming down or the cool down mind. It is explained thoroughly there. It's very nice. Here, the first sutra, Patanjali has started explaining you what is yoga. In second sutra, he explained you what is the goal of this yoga science. Control your mind, that's all. And if you control your mind, you will get the knowledge about your real existence. So this is the third sutra, Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. Now I will proceed to the fourth sutra is Vritti Sarupyam Ittaratra. If you are not controlled or you are not controlling your mind, you can't control it, then what will happen to you? If you control your mind, you will be you will reach to the real existence of whole this universe and your own existence. You will reach up to that, you will get the knowledge of that. And if you can't control your mind, like uh, just now, what is your state, how you are working every day, you are in that state, then what will happen, it is explained in this fourth sutra. If you can't control your mind, if you don't know yoga, then what will your mind do? That is explained here. Vritti. Just now we know modifications of the mind. Vritti means with modifications of the mind. You will stay with your these modifications only. Sarupya means identification or assimilation of your mind. You must, what you will choose, if your mind is not controlled, thousand and thousand of so many thoughts will occur in your mind at a time. You can't control them. Itaratra means elsewhere, everywhere your mind will go wander here and there. If you calm down at last state of calming down, cool down state, if you achieve that state, control your mind totally, you will join yourself to that uh, universal energy. Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. In own existence, you will merge yourself to that universal energy, because your energy and that energy will become one only. They will mix together, both will mix together. And if you are not controlling your mind, then you will wander here and there. Your mind will go elsewhere. Uh, other levels, your mind will dance, and you will be very uncomfortable with the disturbed mind. You will experience the disturbed state of mind. That is vritti, modifications of the mind. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. Instead of choosing the calming down state of your mind, if you choose your vritti, that is modifications of the mind, if you join to your mind, then your mind will wander here and there, go here and there. In one moment, it is here with my lecture. Another moment, your mind will reach in your house. You may feel hungry, then you can't listen my lecture. So to stop hunger, to eat, so many thoughts will started coming in your mind. Then you will get disturbed. You can't listen my lecture. So this calming down state is very important. If you are not achieving that state, your mind will dance. Your mind will go here and there. So vritti is the modification of the mind, meaning there is identification with the modifications of the mind in other states. Now, what are these modifications? Patanjali explained all different modifications in next sutra. Next sutra is fifth sutra is Vrittayaha Panchatayyaha Klishta Klishtaha. After all these sutras, numbers are given 1, 5, 1, 5. What is this? 1 means first chapter. The name of this first chapter is Samadhipad, and sutra number is 5. So everywhere you will get this type of numbering system. First chapter, fourth sutra. First chapter, third sutra, like that. Now, what are these modifications? This is the explanation is given here. Vrittayaha means plural of vritti is vrittayaha. Modes, modifications of functionings of the mind. Vrittayaha means your mind is working with this fivefold or five types of modifications are there. Five kinds are there. Panchatayaha. Patanjali is very firm or firmly explaining you this way your mind is dancing. Five ways of your mind dancing. Panchatayaha. And all these five types of modifications, they are painful or sometimes they are not painful. That's all. These thinking types, they are sometimes painful, they are sometimes not painful. We need them. We need them all the time. So control them. If we need them, then don't think that they are always painful. No. What are these modifications? They are explained in next sutra. So the modifications of the mind are fivefold and may be painful or not painful. This is the straight meaning of this sutra. So what are the types of modification or what are the types of thoughts of mind? Patanjali, I told you, he is big psychologist. So he could, because of his this type of psychology study or mind study, he could divide the types of thoughts in five types. Or he made only five types of our thoughts. Now, when I will explain you, I will explain this painful and not painful matter or this point. I will explain you more with the next, these modifications. Sixth sutra is Pramana Viparyaya Vikalpa Nidra Smritayaha. All these five vrittis, these are the names of five vrittis. Pramana is first name of first type of thinking. May not be, it is not in order, but you sometimes think like that. That evidence, you need always evidence related to anything. Then viparyaya, wrong knowledge or misunderstanding or thinking in wrong way. Vikalpa means fancy or imagination. Vikalpa is only imagination. So many times we are sitting like that and imagine something different subjects in our mind. Sometimes they are useful or we need them, but sometimes they are useless. So vikalpa is imagination. Nidra is negative approach. Everywhere some people are having this habit. Negative thinking is the base of their every work. If you ask some people, this type of thinking people, you ask them, can you come for lunch? Let's go for lunch. Immediately they raise question that is the food is ready? Oh, let us go and see it. No, every day I am experiencing. I used to go for food and food is not ready. Let's go and see it. You can uh, directly go there and you can think about it, or food will be always it is ready in this time. No, I know that it is this way. Negative thinking, negative approach of life, it disturbs our everything in the life. And smritayaha, smriti, that is memory. We need this memory. Good memories are always good, they are not painful. But bad memories, they are always painful. Viparyaya, wrong knowledge, is always painful. But sometimes we need it. We are asking our babies to go to the sleep. But babies are, if they start crying, we are putting some wrong impressions or wrong examples before them. For babies to uh, grow them in correct way, we have to use this type of thoughts. Sometimes, not always. And what is pramana? Evidence. We need evidence for um, every step in our life. Suppose we have declared the our TTC class, it will run. We are running it from 1st August. If we declare like that, you will go through different evidences. You will see on WhatsApp. You may check other some news. If we are um, uh, published in any um, other media like that. You need evidence for every work. If it is correct, then everything will go correctly. If it is not correct, you have to check it. So, pramana, evidence, we need it for every step in our life. Now, the meaning of this sutra is the 5 kinds of modifications of mind are evidence, wrong knowledge, imagination, negative approach, and memories. Pramana viparyaya vikalpa nidra smritayaha. Pramana viparyaya vikalpa nidra smritayaha. That is the 6th sutra in this Patanjali Sutras or first chapter. Then प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान आगमाः प्रमाणानि प्रत्यक्षानुमानागमाः प्रमाणानि प्रत्यक्षानुमानागमाः प्रमाणानि प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान आगमः प्रमाणानि. The word is you have to pronounce it pramanani, no pramanani, it's pramanani. The correct word is pramanani. So there are 3 type of evidence we are experiencing in our life. 3 type of evidences are there. Pratyaksha, direct cognition, or sense or evidence, direct. Is the lecture has started? Yes, I saw lecture has started it. This is direct pramana or direct evidence. I saw it. I know lecture has started. Go fast. If you are doubt the lecture, our lecture or another class lecture, is our class lecture has started? Oh, I think that lecturer, I listened the lecturer's voice and it was just like our lecture, which lecture we was expecting, that lecturer may be there. You are guessing it. Anuman, inference. Anuman, that is the second evidence. First evidence is pratyaksha. I listened in, I saw that lecture has started. That lecture is in the class, lecture has started. This is the first direct evidence. Anuman, you are guessing it. Inference. You are thinking, oh, I thought that that lecture might have been started because that voice or the I listen the sound of that our lecturer, it was the same. I think so. So this is Anuman, guessing. And third type of evidence is agamaha, agama, testimony, revelation. Somebody, the respectable personality or respectable person, he may tell you, oh, the lecture is started, go fast. You trust, you have to trust in him because he is such a responsible person or respectable person. You must trust him. So we need evidence in our every work, every daily work or every important work. So, and this is the state of mind. This is the one way our mind thinks in this way. Direct cognition, inference, and testimony are tested facts. You are testing the facts. Otherwise, you can't attend that lecture, or you may imagine, or uh, you may not attend that lecture like that. So, I have given the example of this lecture. One lecture, how you will think about the starting of lecture, or you want to attend that lecture, but you need evidence of it. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, lecture might have been started, let's go fast. You can imagine so many ways. This is the thinking way of our mind. Without any evidence, we are not ready to do any type of work. So, here in the 7th Sutra, Patanjali has explained Pramana. What is this Pramana? Evidence, we need it. Now I will proceed to the next. Viparyayo. This Viparyaya Vritti, this type of modification of mind. What is this? Viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupa pratyushtham. Pratyushtham. Sh should be pronounced in different way. Viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupa pratyushtham. Pratyushtham. This is to be learned. How to pronounce this pratyushtham. So viparyaya is the another modification of mind or thinking way of our mind. Viparyaya, wrong knowledge, erroneous impression, mistake, delusion. This way we are thinking so many times in our life. Wrong impressions. Mithya, false, illusory. Mithya, false impressions. Jnanam, knowledge, conception. Atad, not its own, of not its own. Atad, rupa, form. Pratishtham, processing, occupying, based. Wrong knowledge is false knowledge that is not based on its own form. Suppose I will give you again the example of this lecture thing. Suppose we are in hurry to go to the lecture. Somebody may tell us, go fast. We will listen him and we will run there. And if we reach there, the lecture is not there, it is cancelled. Because of this false knowledge, you will get angry, you will get disturbed, you will curse that guy who guide you like that. and then he may explain you, oh sorry, like that. This type of wrong impressions, they always comes in our life, and this is the way of thinking of human life or human body, things like that. So this is the modification of our mind, one type of modification. So Patanjali is asking us, avoid this false knowledge thing, wrong knowledge thing, avoid this type of thinking. Get firm with your thinking and knowledge. So control your this vritti, control on this modification. It is needed. If you learn yoga, if you practice yoga science, you can control everything with these modifications. You can control very nicely, and yoga teaches us this thing. Now you can think that Patanjali is explaining us such a serious science of yoga. Yoga is not a light science, it's serious, very deep science which make progress in your life. And in the starting only, Patanjali is explaining us how our mind works. What are the ways of working of our mind? So he first sutra is really, if you think about these sutras, no, they are wonderful sutras. In the very starting, Patanjali is asking us what is yoga, or explaining us what is yoga is controlling of the mind. And immediately he has started explaining the 5 modifications of our mind, 5 vrittis of our mind, 5 type of behavior of our mind, how we are behaving in our life. This uh, wrong, false impression, this type of thought, we have to control it. Don't run behind it. Get true knowledge of everything, and then you can proceed. Control the evidence type of thinking. Get the correct knowledge related to that. So these are the 2 vrittis we have seen. Now I will proceed to the Pramana Viparyaya Vikalpa. This is the 3rd vritti vikalpa. शब्द ज्ञान अनुपाति वस्तु शून्यो विकल्पः. शब्द ज्ञान अनुपाति वस्तु शून्यो विकल्पः. Shabd, that is word. Jnana, that is cognizance. Anupati, following upon. One by one, it is coming. Vastu Shunya, that is empty of substance, devoid of objectivity. Vikalpa, that is fancy thing. Following upon cognition through words, but empty of substance, is fancy. The vikalpa, only imagination, no base for that imagination. Now Patanjali explained us all these vrittis, they are painful and not painful. I will give you here the example is of this vikalpa. Shabda Jnana Anupati. Somebody is telling us that you will get prize, huh? For what? Only you listen the word, you will get prize. Explain me for what? That guy is not ready to explain it. He only say in just like in air, he told explain, or he talked to you, you will get prize. You don't know anything related to that, no base for that. But still you may start thinking, oh, what that guy was telling me, I will get prize. What is the matter? If I get prize, what will be the uh, form of that my prize? If I get prize in money form, if I get prize in any mm, any type of uh, maybe books, maybe some present type or clothes or like that, you will start imagining. No base for this imagination. You heard the word, you will get prize, and your mind will start dancing. Oh, very nice. I will get prize. Very nice. You may dance, and you start imagination of that prize. That is called vikalpa. Only following upon cognition through words only. You start thinking. Empty of substance is fancy. So try to understand this vritti. But this is painful thing. But if you ask any architect that you prepare the model of our house, we want to build our house. Then that architect, he start immediately thinking about your house, how it will be. He will make a model of that. This imagination, we need it. That's why this is non-painful vritti. Vikalpa is non-painful vritti. We need imagination to for future planning. We need it for this future planning. If it has base, some base is there, you can make this vikalpa, means specific imaginary power in your mind. You need it. We need it. Without that, we can't proceed. First, we have to arrange some plan. We have to make plan related to that. And then we will get success in that. So, this vikalpa type of thinking power in given to every human body, that is needed, but it should be controlled. So these vrittis are painful and not painful. We need it. We must control them. Don't finish them. We have to control them. So this is the 9th sutra. 10th sutra. The 4th type of vritti is explained here. Abhava pratyaya alambana vrittir nidra. Abhava pratyaya alambana vrittir nidra. These are the 5 words in this sutra. Abhava means absence, nothingness. Pratyaya means content of mind. Alambana, support, basis, object of our mind. Vritti is modification, and nidra is sleep. What is the meaning of this sutra? Sleep is the modification of absence of the contents of the mind for its support. That is, in short, negativity of mind. If negativity of mind, you always run behind this negativity. You can't get the real results of anything. If you think always negatively related to any type of um, uh, um, any type of things are happening before you, and you think about that negatively, that is useless thing. This negativity of mind should be removed. Otherwise, you have to suffer it. You have to suffer it from that. Suppose you may start thinking that I had joined this YCB, but if I can't complete it, what will happen to me? Why are you thinking like that? This negativity or negative thinking, why are you thinking like that? Um, Think positively, always. If I have joined this YCB, I will definitely get success. I have to do efforts for that. I will definitely do it with full confidence. You can think always positively in your mind. If you think negatively, then what will happen to you? You never get success. You will always back foot of your in your life. You will be always go backside in your negative side in your life. You never get success in that. So sleep is the modification, absence of the contents of mind. If you come out from this negativity, you will make progress, too much progress in your life with full confidence. You can face so many type of problems. But sometimes we need this negativity. If you don't you are not related to any subject, don't peep always in that matter. That is not your field. So keep quiet. Don't peep in that. So if you are exist there, you are present there, but still keep quiet. Don't disturb other people. So sit calmly and quietly. So this type of behavior or this type of thinking you need so many times in our life. Don't interfere in every matter. That is the point here. And through the negativity, be positive in your life. Then you will get success in your life. So for this purpose, Patanjali is explaining all these vrittis, the behavior pattern of our human life. Now the next sutra, Anubhuta Vishaya Asampramosh Smritihi. Anubhuta, that is experienced things in your life. Anubhuta, some subjects you have experienced, they are in your mind. Vishaya means object, subject matter, which you have experienced. They are always in your mind or brain. Asampramoshaha, asampramoshaha. Non-theft, not letting go or allowing to escape. They are always in your mind. That is called memory. That is called smriti is memory. Anubhuta, the real Sanskrit word is written there, Anubhuta. And the English word, English meaning is written after that, experienced. Vishaya, object or subject matter. Asampramosha. We are not allowing that subject to go out from our mind. We are keeping it inside for forever. That is called memory. The meaning is not letting or allowing the escape of the experienced object from the mind is memory. Now you are learning all these different subjects. If you allow them to go out, this is not useful. This is useless thing. You have to keep them in your memory. Your knowledge, you have to keep it in your memory. That is needed. But the bad experiences and the very difficult experiences or unnecessarily you got trouble anywhere and those type of things if you are keeping all the time in your mind. That is painful. Remove bad thoughts from your mind, which are not necessary. Unnecessary things, if you are collecting in your brain and keep holding them for all the time, carrying them for all the time, unnecessarily. Some things are happening in our life, we have to forget them. We have to throw them. Some bad happenings are in our life. If you are all the time again and again repeating them, what will happen to you? They are useless. So, if you get the true knowledge, if you get the real knowledge of our life, or useful knowledge in our life, keep all the time that mind. Some principles or theoretical knowledge, we need it. Some philosophy, we learn it, keep it in your mind, follow it. So, we need memory. Good memory is helpful, and bad memory, throw them out. So, this way, I am talking to you, and your mind is running here and there, running behind some bad memories. Now I am talking to you. Concentrate here. Instead of that, you are reminding some unnecessary thoughts in your mind. This is painful vritti or painful modification. You have to remind it like this. So, this fifth vritti, panchataya, 5 vrittis are there. 5 modifications. Among that, smriti is the last one. In the first or second sutra, Patanjali asks us, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga means control your mind. So, how to control? In this 12th sutra, he is explaining how to control it, how to control your mind. He is not simply describing or explaining the 5 types of modifications or 5 types of vrittis. He is not simply written there. He is immediately asking us how to control them. In this 12th sutra, he is showing us, or he is teaching us 2 ways you can control these vrittis. You can control your mind. 2 types are there. If you follow these 2 types, abhyasa, persistent practice. Don't forget practicing this. What? Which you want to learn. How to control these negative thoughts. Always think positively. You must get habitual to this positive thinking. And you practice it. You have to practice. That is called abhyas. Persistent practice. If you do that, you can control your vrittis. Different 5 vrittis. Every time you have to think in other way, or to keep in your mind, how can I come over with this difficulty, or this is my viparyaya, vikalpa, all these modifications of mind, how I want to control it. I don't want to allow my mind to go in wrong knowledge or run behind wrong knowledge or false knowledge. I want to learn positive thinking in my life. So practice it. That is the first point. How you can control it? Practice it. Remove your bad habits deliberately, or keep this thing in your mind. Then another way he is teaching us, that vairagyabhyam, non-attachment or absence of desire or detachment. Desire of detachment Follow this non-attachment. Try to deliberately follow this type of thing. I like chocolate. I must eat chocolate. Now practice persistently of non-eating chocolate, not eating chocolate thing. Think in your mind. Whenever I saw chocolate, no, I want to run behind it. Learn. Detach yourself from that chocolate eating habit. I am giving this example. You have to learn it. That is abhyas. And vairagya means desire of detachment. Non attachment. You have to learn this thing deliberately. Keep all these things in your mind. Then only you get control. Tan nirodha. Tan nirodha means control, suppression or inhibition of that chitta vrittis. Controlling the modifications of mind by persistent practice and non attachment. This is needed and you have to learn it. Learning these things is very important. It's not so easy, huh? So, Hari Om for this first 12 sutras. I will explain you remaining sutras in my second lecture. Hari Om.